Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Assassin's Creed. We are jamming in Jerusalem. Hooray! First things first off the docket here. The game's checkpoint system is interesting, because I had a checkpoint here in town. You know, I ended the game while I was over here in town. When I loaded up my save, it actually spawned me right in the bureau I'm trying to get to. Like, okay. So, my initial, well, that's dumb. Okay, sure, it's like a base for you in the game, so the game, auto-spawns you there, apparently, whenever you're, come back to the game. Kind of ruined the fun of me finding my way there, and I'd miss out on this one viewpoint here, so I came all the way back here just to take care of this again. I don't want to miss out on what we might get here. Other things to scratch off. This is not a Dominican church. That's because there was no Dominican faith yet at the time of this game, so that's not possible. This is probably just a Catholic church, but I am not smart enough to say in either way, so I should probably just shut up. Speaking of things I'm not smart enough to say, so there's that big golden dome over there, and I said, that might actually be some sort of real-life landmark, some famous building in Jerusalem. I should probably check off-screen, between episodes, I should have a look-see what that place is. Yeah, it's this little building that's called the Dome of the Rock, which is the most important building in the Islamic faith that non-Muslims are allowed to go see. Right after Mecca and Medina, that's the most important building for the Muslim faith, and also for the other Abrahamic religions, since the foundation stone is underneath the eponymous dome. Kind of a big deal, kind of like one of the most important landmarks in modern-day Jerusalem, but because I am an idiot and I don't really know much anything about the region, I had no clue. Although I will point out an interesting anachronism, it was not gold-plated during the time of this game. In fact, it was only gold-plated in the 1960s. So that's a bit of an anachronism. Oh well, it looks pretty, so there you go. Now that all that business is taken care of, let us be on towards that bureau that I just came from, but, you know. Now what is this guy gonna do now, since there is a guard on this rooftop? I wanna test out my stealth again a little bit. How good I am at stealthing. Will this guy notice if I cross across the roof? Ooh. Alright, let's just drop down. I was gonna make a jump, but I was a little late on that. That's fine. You want to be really, perpendicular to surfaces you jump on in this game, I found. Because I tried to jump a little bit to the left, and Altaïr actually just slid off. If I try to jump onto those pegs, okay, well, he landed on the thing there. But if I, try to jump like this, yeah, Altaïr does that rather than, grabbing onto the wall. Which, in all fairness, is kind of realistic physics. You couldn't just latch onto a wall from that kind of angle. Not that it's very easy to latch onto a wall by jumping at it in general. That's getting a grip on a surface like a little peg like that when you're, running and jumping seems a little crazy, but oh well. See, right there, I was just a little bit, off angle, and I didn't even grab onto those bars there. So, another little lesson in what you need to do in this game. It's all learning. Now, I wanted to talk about what I found the most interesting assassination in real life that the Nizari Ismaili performed. I want to at least name drop it before we get too far into the game, because I want to name drop it so that we can pay attention if this assassination gets referenced in this game, since it's very interesting to me. I'll fully admit that this is me being rather Eurocentric with my opinion. I didn't really look into much the list of the prime targets of the Nizari, who were a bunch of Seljuks and Ayyubids. But since this was a Crusader faction guy that they took out, I thought it was very interesting because it was very high profile. Who is the guy I'm talking about, you ask? It is a guy who known as Conrad of Montferrat, who was the de facto king of Jerusalem in 1190 something to 92. Now, the sharp-eyed among you might be like, now hold on, Saladin had taken over Jerusalem, as we've established in this game, so how could there be a Crusader king of Jerusalem? Well, the kingdom of Jerusalem still existed in the Middle East during that time, despite the actual city of Jerusalem having fallen to the Crusaders. Now there's someone to save over there. We're just gonna go take care of that. Oh, this is a huge drop. My goodness, that's a little spooky. Yeah, in fact, Acre was basically the. I said Acre again. Acre was basically the capital of. Oh no. Was the de facto capital of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Hold on, let me just do that. And also your little friend there, and then we're partying. That's a nice quick kill. But yes, Conrad of Montferrat, he was indeed in Acre. He was. Oh, that went really well. I'm really happy with that.
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear.
No problemo. Now we got some vigilantes here. Let's check. Okay, we did not actually reveal any other things of note here. No, like, pickpockets or, like, overhearing things. So once we get to the Bureau, we're actually going to have to go to some of these points. Do a bit of exploring for once. Should we go to the Dome of the Rock? You think we should? Or should we save that for... No, we probably should take care of that. It's going to be exciting. Yes, but Conrad of Montferrat, a Italian-born lad, he was the king of Jerusalem de facto for a long time. Ruled the kingdom from Acre while the between the Second and Third Crusade, basically. He was not officiated as the king until 1192 in a vote among the, like, whatever the local folks were. Oh! Just so you know, you cannot run on that thing. Just, like, pro tip, everybody. Let me just grab this flag. A Jerusalem cross. Interesting, that's what the flags are in this area. Cool. Jerusalem cross. Cool stuff. Yeah, but in 1192 he was actually officiated as the king of Jerusalem. And 2 days later, before he was even coronated, 2 assassins disguised as Christian monks came up to him and knifed a guy while he was out on an evening stroll, and he died. So that was a high-profile target taken out by the Nizari on the Crusader side. It's really interesting, and one of the assassins was killed in that mess, but the other one... Hold on now, I just want to drop down here. The other one was actually taken alive by the king's men, and he was put to the torture rack to find out who had sent him there. And the answer may surprise you, because the Nizari singled out the one who called this hit, Richard First, the Lionheart. Let's get back to that once we're done with this right here.
Safety and peace, Malik.
Your presence here deprives me of both. What do you want?
Al-Muallim has asked.
Ask that you perform some menial task in an effort to redeem yourself. So be out with it.
Tell me what you can about the one they call Talal.
It is your duty to locate and assassinate the man, Altaïr.
Oh shit!
Mine.
You do well to assist me. His death benefits the entire land.
Do you deny his death benefits you as well?
Such things do not concern you.
I know who
Your
that guy
actions
is.
very much concern me.
Then don't help me. I'll find him myself.
Wow, I can't blame him
Wait.
being this surly.
It won't do having you stumble about the city like a blind man. Better you know where to begin your search.
I'm listening.
I can think of 3 places. South of here in the markets that line the border between the Muslim and Jewish districts. To the north near the mosque of this district, and east in front of St. Anne's Church, close to the Babariha gate.
Is that everything?
It's enough to get you started, and more than you deserve.
Well, that's cool. Like, if you come here without the necessary intel, they'll actually give you clues on where to find that intel. I mean, it's not a huge exploration to go through this, but, like, I guess I appreciate giving a little tip like that. Not to mention, like, they don't actually mark it down, so you actually did have to pay attention. There's a marketplace to the south. There was a mosque to the north, and St. Anne's Church, which we already, I think, took care of. I think that was the church I was climbing on where we interrogated that guy. Let me just write down in my notes St. Anne's Church so that I can verify for our next time that I'm recording if that's a real place. Also, yes, I forgot to mention that Talal is the guy we're going after. We don't really know much about him so far, except that guy we interrogated. He is some kind of slaver. I'm gonna assume that he was the guy assisting Garnier with his test subjects, is gonna be my guess. Anyway, this guy, Malik, right, I kind of was at first like, ooh, what a surly guy. But look, he's missing an arm. That's the guy that Altaïr almost got killed during that beginning of the game when we were in the Temple of Solomon. Like, he was the guy who stumbled back, so of course he's got a bone to pick with Altaïr. I can't blame the guy. Oh well, but glad he's at least willing to help us with the cause that much. We'll see what we can do to mend our little friendship here. I don't know if that's gonna be possible. Okay, I'm gonna make a swing like this. I'm thinking what we're gonna do. We're gonna swing over here, then here, then here, and I think the mosque. He was saying a mosque to the north, so I feel like it's gonna be maybe this right here. It's not gonna be the Dome of the Rock. That is a at this point in time it is a Muslim area of faith, but it's not to the north is the problem, and there's not going to be a marketplace there. It's like a super holy ground. There's not going to be a marketplace. It has to be this point is the marketplace. So let's go check it out. Seems like another citizen is here in trouble. Let's go deal with that. And can I take you as well? Oh no, he was quick on the draw. There we go. No, you don't? Yeah, you wanna go too, buddy? Try to get the combo. Okay, that worked out. Hello, man, you okay? You must be anonymous. Oh, shit! I didn't even think about that. Okay, looks like some guards spotted me. This situation is not doing super. Hey, okay. I was actually heading for that rooftop hut, but this will do. Okay. What a convenient bale of hay here. That really helped me out. Alright, but let's go back real quick to that story about the assassination of Conrad of Montferrat, where Richard Lionheart was claimed to have ordered this assassination. Like, excuse me?
Good you came along when you did. Another minute and they would have made off with me.
Okay, good talk. And now there's some more vigilantes here to help us out. Good. Now let's carry on to that tower over there. Yeah, so why on earth would Richard Lionheart ask for the King of Jerusalem to be assassinated? And like, honestly, because your first reaction is he's just making stuff up. Like, torture is famously unreliable for getting any real intel, so maybe not. Maybe he's just making nonsense up to anything to get himself out of that pickle. Well, can I actually? No, I can't vertical climb on this sill. Okay. That's fine. Let's just get to a better angle. Pardon me. I'm not strange. I just like to get my cardio on these buildings. There was actually a bit of a power struggle going on in the Crusader states during the time that this assassination happened. In fact, Conrad, most famously, was not Richard I's favorite for the crown. His favorite was a guy called Guy de Lusignan, who was a rival for Conrad. Guy de Lusignan had helped in the siege of Acre. Oh shit, I just realized Conrad was not in Acre, he was in Tyre. Sorry, I'm confusing all these place names. Right, but before Acre was captured, Conrad was ruling from Tyre in present-day Lebanon. My apologies. And Guy was leading the siege of Acre when it was under Ayyubid control. And basically, yeah, they both made a claim for the throne, and Richard was backing Guy for the longest time. But while the Crusades went on, and like all this infighting was causing all this trouble for the Crusaders, at some point Richard like capitulated, was like, okay, you know, let's stop this arguing, we're gonna have Conrad be the king. Like, he sponsored Conrad in the end, which is why he was voted as the king. Rather than Guy. And Guy was actually, I believe he was made the king of Cyprus, like as a consolation prize. Like, oh, you poor baby. Oh my god, I'm an idiot, I forgot to synchronize first. Ugh! I was too enwrapped in my story, my apologies. Well, at least now I have more time to finish this story.
It's forbidden for you to be here.
Shit, he still sees me? Okay. Oh, ooh. How? I'm gonna have to sneak up from a different angle on this.
What a fool!
I'm not a fool. I'm just a happy chimney sweep. They don't have chimneys here, do they? No, they do. I'm an idiot. Of course they have chimneys here. They do have to cook food. Duh. Yeah, okay, so that's actually a motive for Richard to actually call a hit on Conrad. To some sense. Now, it still seems a little fishy to me. Like, I don't really know if I believe that, because Richard does not strike me as the guy to... He was more practical than you know, maybe legends would give you. He was willing to get dirty, but I don't know if he'd get that dirty. Personally, my feeling is that's maybe what the assassin just blurted out, again, under the pressure of torture. It's just my thing, my little feel. And honestly, let's be clear here, this is an unsolved mystery, the whole thing about Conrad of Montferrat's murder. Like, we don't exactly know. We know that these Nizari guys did it. Or do we? I mean, I kind of, you know, thinking false flag is also a possibility, that it wasn't actual Nizari guys at all. But in any case, it's an unsolved mystery, and we absolutely can entertain the idea that, in fact, it was Richard who did it. But it wouldn't be fair for us not to call out other suspects. The other big one, of course, is Saladin, who opposed the Crusader forces. Now, the problem with this, of course, is that Saladin also opposed the Nizari after, you know, multiple attempts at his life. Jeez, this guy again. I'm going. Chill out. Man, he's afar. Let me just... wait, okay. He's turning his back. Man, this musical number that just started up, I'm digging it. Sounds good. Uh-oh, we got a pickpocket mission to take care of. Right down here. So Saladin is also a suspect, but like it's a little suspicious again because he was opposed against the Nizari. But I mean, the politics of the region at the time, allegiance just shifted and changed, and people could be duplicitous to each other. Let's not pretend that it was like a clear-cut opposing sides. I mean, most famously, the Syrian Nizari brokered a deal with the Knights Hospitaller at one point. Like, they enjoyed their patronage, like, later in their timeline. But that's the two big suspicions. There's also some other... There was also some other, like, guys, certain, like, faction members in the Crusader states, also suspects, but those are the two big ones, and I'll get to that a little later in a moment.
If the guards won't take action, it falls to us to do something.
What you propose is madness.
But necessary. How many more will we allow to go missing before the people take a stand?
It does not affect us.
Not yet. But if we continue to do nothing, it will.
And what do you propose?
I've watched the man. Learn everything there is to know about his operation. It's all here on a map I've made.
Interesting.
Inspects his stock every day at the same time. This is when I'll strike.
So you have a piece of paper. It won't save you when you're discovered.
This guy's an up-and-coming assassin himself.
And arrows.
If all goes well, it won't come to that. Anyway, it's a risk I'll have to take. Wish me luck, my friend.
Indeed. You'll need it.
I feel a little bad robbing this guy. He's not a... He's an ally, basically. He's also planning on killing Talal, I guess. So I really should just be helping him out rather than planning on stealing him. But on the other hand, I'm gonna save his life by doing his job for him. My apologies. Alright, I gotta wait for him to be walking. I forgot about that. Then I can pickpocket him. There we go. Thank you. A map showing the position of Talal's guards. What has happened? My map has been stolen. Now I cannot commit to my mission. Arg! Ugh, now I have to go to the comfort of my loving wife and children and hope that they provide me with more emotional support. Poor guy. So that's our investigation actually done, but you know what, guys? Should we, for once, get the third piece as well? Go check out that mosque to the north, which I'm guessing is going to be maybe this or maybe this one. You know, I think we could do that. I'm gonna save time though. We're not gonna go to the Dome of the Rock after all. Sorry, guys. My story's so long-winded, it's eating up time anyway. So I think we're gonna make a beeline like this. It's gonna be one of those is gonna be the point we're looking for. Oh shit! That's what I'm gonna check my notes. I'm such an idiot. Hold on now. What? No. What? Where's the? Oh, memory log. My apologies. All right. So we've got intel here. We know that Talal has his slaves in a warehouse and sends them to Aker. Striking while he works within will keep me from being discovered. Talal inspects his stock of slaves daily. We found out. Yes. So this is the map of his guards. It'll prove invaluable. Aha! That is a tight formation. I don't like how this is kind of blurred out. I'm noticing a severe lack of defense here on the right side, though. So that's going to be my initial point of entry, and we'll work from there. Seems like there's only one guy to take care of if I go that way. And with any luck, he'll turn his back and go look this way eventually. Not sure where that is on the map yet. We'll figure it out. But yes, now let's take care of these while I wrap up my story about poor Conrad of Montferrat. Poor guy, like, he didn't even get to be a real king for a while. So, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, where's the bad guy? Drop. Okay, we all cool now? Okay, I think we're all cool. Let me go down this road for a bit instead. Pardon me. Holy shit, why is there a crusader in the middle of town? What the hell? Why was that guy standing there? Shizma. Ow! Oh god, we're on the border. We're on the edge of the map. Oh my god, that crusader's booking it! That was a big drop. Shit! Just... Did it work? Oh my god. Alright, let's go to this one instead, yeah? Woo boy! This crusader's booking pretty hard for a guy in chainmail. There, look at him go! My goodness! Wow, wow, wow! Never mind, this is not worth it. I will let you escape today. Well, the bright side, we're right next to the where we're supposed to go climbing. Is it this old Crusader tower here? Maybe. I guess it's this thing. Ooh, hold on. Let's try that one again. Hey!
Away with you.
Oh shit, that guy spotted me. What if I go to this side? Okay, cool. He really didn't care me sneaking about here. Now that guy, though, might spot me. Okay, but yes, Conrad did have his sponsors, though. His own sponsors, obviously. So, there were people who weren't happy with the death of Conrad of Montferrat. And also people who realized that, yes, that may have been in Richard's interest to ice the guy. So, specifically, the guys I'm thinking of are the King of Austria, Leopold V, and the Holy Roman Emperor, Henry VI. And when Richard returned from the Holy Land, returned to Europe, because he had to eventually, like, okay, I can't spend my whole life here in crusading. I gotta go back and take care of stuff back home. He was found on his way, even though he tried to travel in secret, and he was arrested by Leopold and Henry's guys, and they held him like prison, like, ma'am, for God's sake. Ooh. It works sometimes. Sometimes I get two guys with the dagger. There we go. Ooh, you see how fast his attacks come? Like, that's way harder to get this on than normal. That's why he does that.
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear it.
Alright, no problem. We got some more Vigilanteos here. Hey, this is kind of fun clearing the town. Let's get that one next. Then we're going to hit that. We're going to swing like that. And I guess we'll go past the Dome of the Rock if we don't find the investigation stuff I need. Ooh. Pardon me. There we go. That's what I needed to reach. Oh god. I'm being observed. Don't mind me, just your friendly roof sweep. So, yes. Under suspicion of getting the assassination of Conrad, Richard Lionheart was held by those mad lads, Leopold and Henry. It wasn't both of them, obviously. It wasn't like some kind of super villain team. The two of them in the same room, like good cop, bad copping Richard. They, ooh, that's cool. You can hear Gregorian chanting from this building. For God's sake, I just want to do some bit of synchronizing, guys. Don't get on my ass so much. So many guys on rooftops here. Alright. Bye. Bloof. Oh god, the music picked up. Let's not... No? I don't know why the music's so angry. What is this symbol? Informer Assassination Challenge. Oh, this is one of those where you have to race to get to a guy. Cool, let's do it. I remember doing this once. That's fun, a parkour challenge. I'm up to it. Richard, while he was in captivity, he actually sent out a plea to the Nizari. Or I'm not sure if it was Richard or somebody else, but someone sent a letter to the Nizari, like a plea, like please get in contact with these guys and exonerate Richard, for God's sake. Please write in and tell them that he didn't do this. And this is the crazy part. A letter did arrive in Europe from Rashid ad-Din Sinan, who was the Syrian Nizari leader, and it actually did exonerate Richard. Isn't that crazy? Like, real life is sometimes crazier than fiction. That's amazing to me that this letter showed up. Now let's talk to this guy.
Safety and peace, Altaïr. We live in harsh times, do we not? I am in an ocean of trouble.
Really?
A mission to investigate some strange disappearances in the rich district. And Talal's men saw my face. My status is compromised. Would you be kind enough to eliminate them for me in exchange for the information you seek?
Oh, jeez. Stealth assassinate all targets and return to the informer without being exposed.
I am not safe until you eliminate these people. They know my face.
Alright,
Come back to me with better news.
I will get on it, but oh my goodness, this is a new challenge entirely. Just... Pardon me. Oh. No, I just want to jump over the... Okay, cool. Let's go here instead. So the letter from Rashid said that it had nothing to do with Richard, the assassination of Conrad. What had happened, see, it's all a simple misunderstanding. See, Conrad had actually, like, taken over a Nizari ship sailing over in the Mediterranean, had, like, imprisoned the crew and plundered its supplies. And... Oh, they're inside this building. I see. I see. I was like, where the heck? Are they on the roof somewhere? But I didn't find them. But they're in this building. All right, I get it. And as a revenge for that, the Nizari put out the hit on Conrad. It had nothing to do with Richard. Don't worry about it. Forget about it. Okay, well, here is a dude. Let us just... Well, that sure was a bunch of casual people about me killing this guy. I don't get it. He was one minute he was standing there, and the next minute... All he did was get a back rub from that innocent monk, and then he died. Isn't that weird? Huh. Too bad. Probably should have gotten a bigger back rub. That might have helped his mood. Uh-oh, there's a guard who wants me dead somewhere. I'm trying to find which way to go to avoid. I don't want to go... That guard might proc even though I'm praying. We know that sometimes they get angry. Oh. Sup? Oh, this is the guy I'm after! Let's... oh, we're under observation. You see, there's the yellow blip. Ooh, I should not do it in front of this guy. Okay, but yeah, so that's the story that the letter said. Now, let's be realists. There's a lot of suspicion that that letter was not authentic. Like, that was maybe fabricated. The letter which said that supposedly Rashid's response, Sinan's response to the European rulers that exonerated Richard. Like, that is absolutely a real possibility that it was fabricated. For one, Sinan died around that time, and it's a little suspicious as to the timing of the letter. Like, it's unclear. Oh, God! I didn't leave fast enough. That guy realized he put two and two together. Well, I hope I can still get it from that. I hope I can still get this from that informer. Just have to get in there. There's a guy right there. This is a bad place to hide. Yeah. So the one thing is the Sinan's death kind of lines up badly with the timing of the letter arriving. The other thing is, let's be realistic here. They were mountain-dwelling people, these Nizari. Furthermore, you know, basically being enemies of almost everybody around there, it seems very unlikely that the Nizari could get a ship going, and it seems unlikely that they'd really need to have a ship to go sailing around with, like, because their interests were inland, basically. They wanted to found their nation in the mountain ranges from Iran to Syria. It's not impossible that they may have had interests in the Mediterranean if they had a ship, but it seems a little fantastic, that whole thing. So, but that's where the story basically ends. Like, sorry, I don't have a fantastic, like, finale to this. They let Richard go eventually. They were like, okay, well, I guess we can't pin this on Richard. Because we just gotta let this letter go now and let Richard go. Richard got free. He got to go back to England. He had a okay time in England, I guess. He died, I think, fairly soon after coming back. He didn't live super long after that. And the mystery of Conrad's death remains unresolved. Like I said, it's entirely possible that those weren't even Nazaris. Although, a counterpoint, I don't know who else would be that fanatic that they'd pretend to be Nizari fanatics and assassinate the guy. I don't know. It's all so shady, you know.